Day one of my first full day in New York City. Who knew the New York City Marathon was going on today? I didn't, but I got a couple pictures and I was able to. Um, I had a nice breakfast at Bryant Park, which is pretty close to my hotel, a couple blocks, and um, I sat and meditated with the people and kind of just got my bearings straight and took a deep breath of smog. Well, it's not. I guess it is kind of smoggy there, but anyhow. Okay, so art journal. We are. I'm not gonna really explain all that I'm doing because it's the same stuff I always do. As much color as I can get on anything, as much washi tape as I can get on anything, as much of my thoughts in writing a little bit. Um, I'm more about the art of the art journal than the daily logging. That is my tray, my drawer of post-its. Carty, where are my taxi cab post-its? They're here somewhere. I have not given up. They're hiding with Amy right now. I have a plugged up nose, sorry. Anyhow, I just do the same thing over and over and over. Color, paint, Stabilo Woodies, um, Neocolor 2s, things that I might have painted. It's the same stuff over and over and over. Um, so I'm just going to tell you about my adventures of the day. So I don't know how to say this word yet. The Japanese stationery store, for lack of a better word, Kunakukakaya. Sorry for anybody that's Japanese. I don't mean to slaughter your language. I love your store. Does that count for anything? This is post-its, and it's actually more turquoise than what it's looking like there. This is, remember this, Curti? These were calendars that I got at the Guggenheim 2 years ago. Oh, and that lovely luscious piece of paper I just found that I made years ago. Maybe that's why there's too much stuff in this room. But anyhow, I just went through this little pad of paper that I got a year ago somewhere. Maybe at the store, actually. And I added some yellow boxes where I can write in, journal in. And other than that, it's Jane Davenport art photocopied onto Tomoa River paper, magazine pieces, washi tape, my picture from the marathon. Again, somebody from Ethiopia won. They always do. The outside of the Japanese stationery store, Kukahalakuka. I'm so sorry. It's not, I'm not mean to make fun of it. I just can't pronounce it. It's Kunakaya Kuka, something like that. There's a countertop of pens. I bought a couple more traveler's notebooks because you can never have too many. And I got my Hobonichi, a real Hobonichi. Not really. I already got it, but I got it on Amazon like a month ago. But Times Square. And then I'm putting these as tip-ins. Just because I want this color to pop, but I want my pictures to pop. And I don't have room for all of it. I always think I never am going to have enough room, and by the time I get to the third to the last page, I'm like, oh my lord, I'm never going to finish this. But it doesn't matter because I just love doing this, and I can do whatever I want to do. It's my book. The weather has been beautiful. It was in the low 60s. Good if you're walking around. Um, don't look to the left. Yeah. That's tonight. And I've used brightly colored washi tape on one side of the tip ends and then Van Gogh painting tape on the other. But to me, I love how this flips around. And then I remembered I had these little guys. Sorry, I have a tickle. And I'm going to kind of like make my title. One is Kunikaya and one is New York City Marathon. And my collage program on my app always prints this stupid advertising for themselves. How dare them? So I covered it up with purple post-its because I had enough of them apparently. So I had to balance it out on the other side, or so I thought. And otherwise, it's just trimming and getting everything all kind of copacetic. And I title everything like a real journaler. I'm going to try to journal a little bit more in real time with you. And really, it's just saying where I went. I had breakfast. The weather's gorgeous. The New York City Marathon was a surprise. No wonder there were so many people on the plane with tennis shoes. I use that calendar. Those pieces that I got from the Guggenheim are one person's artwork. Let me see. They are Kandinsky masterpieces. I did this in 2017. So this must have been last year, Kurti. Um, at the Guggenheim, and it's a calendar, but his artwork, it has snaps of his artwork on the end of each page. I love these. Love these. And so I decided to include it since the Guggenheim is from New York, and I just had little pieces of that heart washi tape, so I just added it to the little red tickets, and that's what I do. A little bit of color. I love these multicolored pens. I got one at the little one on the right. I got at Kunakaya also. They have lots of colors in them, and they're good for travel. Um, they don't last very long. They get persnickety and they don't flip around like they're supposed to. But I love the convenience of them. They're just ballpoint pens. Um, but for travel and adding more color, I use them in my Fobonichi, my Componichi. This is New York washi tape that I'm using to tape in my Kandinsky. And I am going to just use the rest of that Jane Davenport paper that I printed on Tomoa River paper before I left home, of course, and just use that as some more color, just because I just love the color of all of it. To me, New York is lots of color, lots of smells, lots of languages, lots of people, lots of noises, and this sort of reminds me of, so it signifies all the noises and things that you, or all the senses getting bombarded with everything that is New York. So I haven't figured out who won all the marathon places, but I'm going to put the winners in that little place on the back of that Kandinsky card. So that was it. See you next time. I have a wonderful evening planned. I can't wait for you to hear all about it. Bye.